Hey, what is up everybody? So we have some really important information regarding the Voyager bankruptcy. I'm going to go over everything you need to know up to date because there has been some interesting changes that have occurred. Things ranging from the restructuring process or the acquisition being pushed back. Also, there's new information regarding a new key employee retention bonus that is being paid out with Voyager. And I'm also going to be going over all the information you need to know regarding claim forms, because if you have crypto on Voyager, you need to know how this claim form works and whether or not you need to submit a claim form for this. So I'm going to go over all the most recent updates you need to know. So let's just jump right into it. Now, I posted a video a little while back about the second date court hearing and a detailed timeline of everything you need to know regarding what was said in the court documents and things like that. Without going into detail there, I'm going to put a link in the description box below to that video. And in addition to that, I'm going to put a link to the actual court hearing docket in the description box as well, for people who want to know more information about what happened in the second court hearing. Let's talk about a few key highlights. Now, as of recent, Voyager has released 100% access to all USD cash. So if you have any money on the Voyager app, you are entitled to 100% of that cash and you are able to withdraw. Now, it does take about 5 to 10 business days and it really just depends on your overall bank. But the main key takeaways from that second date court hearing was that there are actually quite a few interested parties in either acquiring Voyager and or getting ready to put in a bid. In addition to that, we also learned that the cryptocurrency that the employees had is also held in Voyager and is being traded the same as customers. Not to mention the fact that Voyager's attorney, Joshua Sussberg, has stated that the VTX Alameda offer was by far the lowest offer to date and that customers can be expecting much more than 30 cents on the dollar of their cryptocurrency holdings. So let's go ahead and dive into the newest updates of what we need to know. And let's start with the very first thing, key employee retention plan. Now, recently Voyager actually asked the federal court if they could use $1.9 million of their funds to pay key employee retention plan, also known as KERP. And the idea behind this was that they would use that funds to pay 38 key employees that would help maintain the operations day-to-day of Voyager, and that these would be considered non-insider employees, meaning that they are non-executive employees. These are going to be employees such as like IT infrastructure, legal, accounting, things that are needed to make sure that Voyager maintains the maximum value possible for restructuring or a buyout. Now, this was quickly shut down by the official committee of unsecured creditors. And for those of you who don't know what that is, this committee is responsible for making sure that you get the maximum benefit during this whole process. And they basically stated that so far they didn't see the need to be paying these employees and that we haven't really seen any effort on Voyager's part to cut costs and find other ways of getting some money back. Now, as of today, that has changed and there has been an approval on the key employee retention plan. So let's talk about that really fast. And there was an approval of $1.6 million for a key employee retention plan. And this would be going out to 34 key employees of the company. So these would, once again, would be non-insider employees. So they're not any top level executives, but they are key employees that deal with IT infrastructure, that deal with accounting, things like cash and digital asset management, people that are needed for day-to-day operations of the company. This total bonus is equivalent to 22.5% of employees' annual salaries currently. Now, the reason this one actually got approved, because in return to this $1.6 million paid out to key employees, Voyager has to commit to slashing or cutting $4.6 million in annual costs elsewhere. So essentially, we will let you spend $1.6 million to retain some employees if you cut $4.6 million in other areas. Now, there is a lot of controversy behind whether or not these key employees should be paid out, but make sure you leave your comments below what you think about the key employee retention payout. Should it happen? Should it not? Do you have a different idea of how they could maintain customer retention? I want to hear your thoughts below. This brings us to the second part of this video, which is there has been changes in the timelines of the restructuring acquisition process. So earlier today, Voyager actually just posted a new update on what to expect, and there is a push out on the overall restructuring and acquisition process. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Okay, so this is what was just posted earlier, August 24th. And this is some updates here. So I want to start with the very first thing here, which is there has been a postponement of the acquisition process or the sale of the company. And that is that there are a lot of people who are interested in buying Voyager or acquiring Voyager, but they need a little more time. Voyager has announced that they're going to postpone the bid deadline, but they have extended the bid deadline to September 6th at 12 noon Eastern time. And if applicable, they will have a sale hearing on September 29th. Now, this was originally supposed to happen around September 7th, September 8th, so this has been pushed back a few weeks. Now, there's also a lot of controversy on this particular item as well, and some people believe that this is just a ploy to draw everything out. However, I do believe there are a lot of companies who are interested in acquiring Voyager. Even though they made some really bad loan decisions, they were a very successful and profitable company, and they were growing very rapidly. The more bids and the more offers that are put on the table, more than likely the better chance that customers have at getting the maximum benefit or the most amount of their cryptocurrencies back. Now, there has not been any updates yet on what percentage of cryptocurrencies will be given back to people, and that is because we will not know that until there is an actual buyout of the company or an official restructuring process. So in terms of how much cryptocurrency you get back, that is still unknown. So let's go ahead and dive into the third component of this video, which is filing a claim and whether or not you need to do so. There's been a lot of confusion and questions regarding the Voyager claim forms. Do you need to file one? Do you not? This is essentially what you need to know regarding the claim forms. Voyager is going to be sending you a personalized email that will actually have its schedules and assets and liabilities and will tell you exactly what they have on file for how much cryptocurrency that you have. Now, they said you will soon receive an email from Voyager Digital Restructuring, which will provide a unique link and personal identification number to allow you to view how Voyager lists your account holdings. Your account information will only be visible to you and will not be posted publicly. So essentially, you're gonna get an email that states, as of July 5th, we have on the record that you have 0.5 Bitcoin, 5 Ethereum, or however many coins or whatever coins you have on file. Now, this is the important thing to understand about whether you should file or not. If you agree with Voyager's records as filed, you do not need to complete and submit a claim form. If you get an email from them and they say this is what we have on record as of July 5th of your crypto holdings, and it matches what you have and what you have on your records, you do not need to file a claim form. However, if there is a discrepancy, so as of July 5th, if you on your records show that you had 2 Bitcoin, but then Voyager sends you an email and says you have 1 Bitcoin, that is a discrepancy and you're going to need to file a claim. Here's when you need to do it. So if you disagree with the information or if your claim was marked as contingent, unliquidated, or disputed, you will need to submit proof of claim on or before the bar date of October 3rd, 2022 at 5 p.m. Eastern. And you can file a claim on our website here. I'm going to leave a link below in the description box to this article. If there's no discrepancy, you do not need to file a claim. If there is, you need to do it before that due date. But those are the most recent updates. I will keep you informed on the most recent things coming up if I hear anything else, and also when we get more indication on how much cryptocurrency you can expect. If this video gave you some value, please be sure to smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button for more videos on this topic. If you want to keep more up to date on Voyager, the court hearings, information that you need to know that are pertinent, I will do my best to make sure I keep every single person updated as much as possible. Also, be sure to check out some of my other videos on personal finance, wealth building, investing, creating financial freedom, living life in your terms. My name is Shaun. I'm a life, fitness, and finance coach, helping people create the breakthroughs needed to live life on their terms in the areas that matter most. I wish you all the best in this time. If you need anything, please comment below on your thoughts. If you need some support, please let me and the community know, and we are here for you all the way. Let's get out there and let's build that dream.